Nintendo might be the most famous video game company around the world, and some franchises are even more legendary than Nintendo themselves. Mario or Donkey Kong, for example. But even in these franchises, there's characters that appeared, had a short moment of fame, and then disappeared again. Kind of like Jedward. And that's exactly what I want to talk about today. Well, not Jedward. Sorry guys. We're talking about Nintendo characters that once disappeared, but probably will never make a comeback ever again. So without further ado, let's go! Kiddy Kong. The first character we're talking about is from one of the most famous and important gaming franchises of my life, Donkey Kong Country. I think it's quite funny how the original trilogy is literally known as Donkey Kong Country when you are actually not even playing as him in most of the games. But instead you're playing as characters like him. The only two appearances he made are basically in the same game. And both of them are goated. Nintendo and Rare actually thought about bringing my mans back in Donkey Kong Racing. That game was cancelled though. This still makes me sad. Because of that, he hasn't made a comeback so far, and I don't think we're gonna see him soon again. But maybe I know why they won't bring him back. Do you hear that? When I first heard that sound, I was fine with it, but after dying over and over again, and the next day again, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, I think I know why Nintendo isn't bringing him back. I'm actually kinda kidding. He's my favorite Kong. I would love to hang out with that dude. Diddy Kong Racing. Okay, you might notice it. I didn't name a character, but I named an entire game. That's because there's so many characters in this game which I personally think will never ever make a comeback, and I think even most definitely won't make a comeback. And I'm not even talking about the NPCs, I'm talking about the main characters of the game. Whizpig, Timber the Tiger. My cat is called Timber, that's kinda funny. Drumstick the Rooster. What kind of dog humor is that name, by the way? And Tip Top the Turtle. Of course, all of them made a comeback in the DS version of the game, but I hate to be the one who had to break it down to you. That game is almost 20 years old. So I guess you could say these characters are probably dead. Not that type of dead. If you're a fan of the game, you probably noticed I wasn't mentioning Taj the Genie. Taj, like the Taj Mahal probably.
Taj Mahal.
And that's for a reason, because my boy has actually made a comeback in a game this year. I'm not kidding. Five Nights at Freddy's Secrets of the Mimic. You can't tell me that this ain't my boy right here. Pappy Van Poodle. A couple years ago you might would have asked, who? But nowadays he's kind of gained a huge fan base all around the world. Pappy just appears in a single game, Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. And even in this game he's rarely to be seen. He gets mentioned a lot, but only appears on a very specific circumstances. Like very, very specific. Because the game gives you the option to buy the next minigame for a full price of $4 or trying to bring the price down negotiating with Rusty. And it's not actually in-game money, it's real money you're negotiating about. Instead of the money you can give him items that he actually needs to progress his part of the storyline in the game. But as I said, you can negotiate, but what if you don't? So if you are still fine with paying $4, so the full price on each minigame, Rusty can't continue his storyline because he won't get the items he'd normally get after negotiating with you, right? Well, that's where Pappy Van Poodle appears.
Hello there.
Pappy Van Poodle. They came up with a character exactly for that situation. Of course this character is so niche that it's probably hard to bring him back. I mean, where, in which game? But Nintendo, I beg you, please, be creative with this one. We need him back. Mac Ballyhoo. This dude is my childhood. I will never forget the words my man was speaking.
Problem here.
Yo, that's my love language.
Never say I love you again. Just say
Problem here.
Mario Party 8 might be one of the best Mario Parties ever, and my boy right here is a big part of it.
ha ha ha.
I mean, he does make some cameo appearances here and there, but come on. He needs to be back narrating us through the games again. For real. But I think the odds are low. Mushroom Genie. Speaking of Mario Party games, do you remember him? I totally lost it when I saw him for the first time. He even got a girl. My dude right here got a girl and I don't. Okay, compared to each other, I can see why he's getting girls and I don't. Cause that's a handsome man right there. Mario Party 2 and 3 are probably one of the most well-known Mario Party games ever. So why did they exchange him again? Who is able to fill the footsteps of my boy? Never mind. Genie of the Lamp replaced Mushroom Genie in the next games. Yes, that is not the same character. I don't even know who I like more. Let me know your decisions in the comments. But Genie of the Lamp also got replaced in the next game again by Flutter, and later on they replaced Flutter just with the golden pipe. Cause yes, that's actually all he was, a golden pipe who takes you to the star basically. But nobody has the work anymore to animate a character. Nintendo. Don't get me wrong, golden pipe, great item, but he was more swag than this. Baby Wario. Yoshi's Island is actually home to a lot of characters that never appeared again, or are forgotten. For example, Baby Donkey Kong. I mean, everyone knows about DK Jr. Where is he though, by the way? But Baby Donkey Kong? That's a niche character right there. What about Baby Bowser? I mean, yes, he still appears in a lot of Yoshi games, but he's also standing in the shadow of Bowser Jr. It kinda makes sense they don't bring them back into the games, cause there are literally Donkey Kong and Bowser just as a kid and are not their children, so it makes sense they can't coexist at the same time. But what about Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, Baby Daisy, Baby Peach, Baby Rosalina? Enough! What I originally wanted to say. Baby Wario has to be the weirdest one of them. He was already greedy as a kid. Look at how happy my boy is getting that cash. Yoshi must be struggling carrying my boy around though. I bet he looks like this after carrying him around. Baby Wario made a cameo appearance in the Dr. Mario app, but you know, we need him back like in a proper game. And that game is also like 6 years old already. My boy, I miss you. Bowser's brother. You maybe already know this friendly fella right here from my video about the weirdest Mario enemies of every game. Bowser's brother appears in the lost levels and looks like this. But that is Bowser! Well, and also like this. Nintendo had the great idea to change the color of Bowser's brother to the same colors as Bowser in the All-Stars version of the game. And I have no clue why they did that. I actually grew up with the All-Stars version, and because of that I had no clue that this right here is not Bowser. And I think even Nintendo doesn't know who he is. Cause his names are Fake Bowser, Twin Bowser and Bowser's brother. And eventually Fake Bowser is something different than Blue Bowser, and Fake Bowser. You know, I'll leave this one to Albert Einstein. This is not supposed to be Bowser's brother. It's just Bowser. But this and this actually is Bowser's brother. Yeah, okay, but why? Honey Queen. Okay, I don't think we need her back, do we? Oh! And that's... What is that?
Sometimes I wake up dreaming of you, thinking how cruel this life can be, to put us apart, to put us apart. Sometimes I can't sleep, thinking of you, I can't see you. This life's so hard without you, without you. Mr. Host, I don't know. So I ask, please be a mortal, please. Oh, kitty young, please come home. I need to be strong, cause you are gone. Please come back, please come back.
Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Please consider to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. Here's a video I think you might also enjoy. I can't wait to see you all again next week with the next video. Until then, God bless you all, stay healthy, bye.